feel like an old fucking man. It's my fault. It's my fault for, well, not actually being an old man, but not drinking enough water, probably. My lower back is tighter than... Nah, well, fucking a lot. Alright, I think we need to do a quick review. Kind of what was...
It's a...
going on. Oh, go on, video. I haven't watched it since yesterday, so excuse its poor loading. Hold up 1 second. Okay, there we go.
Warm September.
So, let's see. We went through... There were a couple battles. So, we started off with Mihai, initially. Okay, let's... Oh, God, load video. I want to go through all the points so I make sure I remember. So, there was this dickhead from the Ottomans. He was being a big fucking cocksleeve. No one liked him. Wallachia, Transylvania, and Moldavia eventually ganged up to fight against him. And then there was the cool Mr. Chad. What's his name? Mihai, something like that. Yeah, Mihai! Yeah, Mihai basically borrows a bunch of fucking money, says, you know what, I'm not gonna pay it back, raises a giant army, fights these fuckers off, you know, gets king of Wallachia, you know, conquers more, you know, becomes king of all this shit eventually, slowly. Continues to kick everyone's ass. Oh my god. Twice the Ottoman cavalry are like, hey, let's fight at a fucking little bridge. Here. They just literally stood here and got fucking barraged by cannons. And then here, they're getting their fucking asses killed by way overwhelming numbers. But no one, like, they're all still trying to retreat across this little bridge. So these guys in the back are all just getting slaughtered. These guys can't do anything to help. Eventually, the bridge breaks. These guys are still trying to retreat. They're just getting fucked. The goddamn Ottomans do not do well with bridges. That's all I gotta say. And then Mihai is like, fuck, Andreas, you little bitch. How dare you be a little cocksleeve. I'm going to take all your fucking land. And he turns around and he, I don't know if actually I'm allowed to say that word. I don't know. Anyway, he turns around, he's like, listen, you think I'm going to surrender? You think this is some kind of game? Nah. He just fucking pulls up on Andreas. Andreas basically fucks this entire engagement as poorly as possible.
And Mihai took the initiative straight away.
Audio down too low. Whoops, I can't even hear what's
on the left. He ordered.
Yeah, basically, these guys have fucking way more cannons. These guys have less, but these guys' cannons actually fucking land because these guys are all really packed together, and also these guys just sucked at aiming. So these guys way overwhelm these fuckers in terms of cannon. And then they're like, oh fuck, we gotta run out and fight. And then they just got their ass absolutely handed to them because he only sent out part of his forces to get decimated by the time he actually hit them. And then he's like, oh shit, now they're breaking through. Now what do? This guy luckily stepped in, saved part of his line. But it was a little late at that point. Mihai's like, you know what, I'm not going to let this stand. And he took to the fucking field himself, shredded through here. Honestly, if they continued fighting, had the right side continued collapsing, Andreas actually had a solid chance here. But because he saw Mihai and his big fucking dick just cleaving through his troops, he's like, oh, fuck, I gotta bitch out. He bitched out, causing the rest of his troops to bitch out, and then that's when they all get slaughtered. So everyone gets slaughtered during the retreat.
When scouts return with news that are more numerous and better equipped,
I think that's where we ended here, because he kicked out this dickhead. And yeah, that's where we are. That's where we are.
It's a warm September morning. The town of now
I like how they added the fucking rooster. I know this is just a random thing to enjoy, but I love that little rooster sound effect for some reason.
As Mihai's soldiers haggle and barter for provisions at the local market. But the flurry of activity is interrupted when scouts return with news that a more numerous and better equipped army is just a few kilometers east. On a hill just outside the town, the new king of Wallachia, Transylvania and Moldavia stands confidently as his troops get into position. The battle that's about to take place will decide the fate of his kingdom.
All these battles goddamn decide the fate of his kingdom somehow. Ulysses has been winning them, so...
By first securing Wallachia's safety against the Ottomans, and then incorporating Transylvania and Moldavia into his new kingdom, Mihai proved he was a quick-thinking general who mastered all of the basics of 16th century warfare. He understood the advantages of speed and flanking, attacking an enemy formation from two sides, and he knew how to use the terrain to his advantage. The kingdom Mihai founded did not yet have a national agenda, and still wasn't based on ethnical unity. Rather, by unifying Wallachia, Transylvania, and Moldavia, it is likely that he wanted to establish a new Wallachian monarchy, with himself as king, and his dynasty, the Wallachian nobility from his power base in Oltenia, and Wallachian Orthodox clerics, as the ruling elite. And while it is somewhat unclear what the name of this new kingdom would have been, it is clear that this was a project of Wallachian elites to expand their power over the neighboring principalities.
Power grab for
but
power
straight
grab's
away,
sake.
Mihai's ambitious plans were
I mean, to be fair... Oh, hold up. To be fair, right... Fuck. To be fair, right before this, Andreas was being a dickhead, so Mihai did have to take him out. And Mihai was worried about him getting support from the Polish, but so he didn't really want to have a war on two fronts. So I get that, I guess, you know. But even still, you know, let's just continue.
Internal threats. Externally, the interests of the three neighboring great powers were damaged by Mihai's unification. The Habsburg monarchy wanted control over Transylvania's resources and rich economy. The Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth wanted Moldavia as their buffer state, while the Ottoman Empire wanted to restore their control over all three principalities. This placed Mihai's kingdom under great threat of foreign intervention, which was amplified by the fact that Wallachia and Moldavia had almost no fortifications or castles, since the Ottomans
almost none? Then
previously forbade their construction in order to weaken their rulers. In the event of a defeat on the battlefield, there would be no way.
I was gonna say none. I was gonna say, it says almost none. They should just say none, because for so long the Ottoman Empire didn't let anyone in this region build any goddamn structures, which was mentioned first half of the video we watched the other day, but you know, in case
well-fortified cities that could delay an invading army for weeks or even months. Instead, an attacking enemy could quickly penetrate deep into Moldavia and Wallachia in a matter of days.
I have nothing to say except fucking good luck, bro. Holy shit.
To make matters worse, Mihai's relationship with Rudolf became strained.
Oh no, dude.
Habsburg overlordship, Mihai began calling himself king and continued to negotiate his official position in Transylvania. Namely, he wanted direct rule instead of being governor in Rudolf's name, and equally claimed the Partium region as the rightful part of his new kingdom.
Yeah, Rudolph
This
might
damaged
decide to help
Mihai's
join everyone who's
diplomatic
kicking your ass
reputation.
right now, bro.
And seeing that he virtually lost the support of his only major ally, all three great powers quietly began preparing military interventions
No,
against his...
dude. Oh, why would you do that? You need at least one of them on your side. And you can't go back to the Ottoman Empire if you scam them out of a bunch of money and waged war with them. Like, Poland did not like when you annexed this. You needed to keep Rudolph on your side. You should have said, listen, maybe waited another 30 years and I will rule under you, Rudolph, but then have your family build up an army or some shit.
young
like,
realm.
damn.
Mihai
These enemies on all three sides. What the fuck is he gonna do?
Knew that if he could stabilize the country by integrating the elites of Transylvania and Moldavia, the monarchy would have disposed of considerable economic and military resources and could become a new, powerful player in the region, capable of resisting
Yeah, if you get all the
Austrian,
Voivodes
Polish,
to come
and
join
Ottoman
you.
interventions. But domestically,
Voivodes and
he faced
Voivodes.
yet more problems. He partially merged the Wallachian and Transylvanian councils, although the two governments remained separate, as Mihai did not want to disrupt the successful model of Transylvania's system of government. Moreover, he invited Szekely and other Transylvanian Hungarians to assist in the administration of Wallachia, intending to incorporate Transylvania's far more advanced feudal system. Measures like forbidding drudgery for Orthodox priests shows that Mihai aimed at winning over the elites. In addition,
Elites?
he forced the Transylvanian
You're gonna lose.
Diet to relieve Orthodox priests of feudal obligations,
Oh,
much
shit.
to the
Hold
Diet's
up.
dismay, and gave the Orthodox Church from Wallachia official authority over the Romanian population living in Transylvania, which took more power away from the Diet, causing further frustration.
Yeah, they're not gonna be happy
Adding
about
to
that.
the tension, in Alba Iulia he founded a new Orthodox metropolis and built a church there.
Are you just trying
It
to
is
cause
very
your
likely
fucking
that he
division in
wanted
your
to gain
country?
support
Jesus,
of the
bro.
Orthodox Church hierarchy,
Take 5 chill
and maybe
pills.
also their financial
Stop doing everything
power.
at once.
However, he never tried to improve the situation of the Romanian population in
That is the dumbest.
Transylvania,
You do
which
all
were
of
mostly
this
peasants,
and
many
just
of whom
leave them
were
to
serfs,
suffer. Oh,
as
fucking
it was
hell.
fiscally advantageous to continue the present situation in order to
Yeah,
help
keep
fill
everyone
the
as serfs
state's
and
coffers.
slaves. Like, sorry, as slaves, because they're
Moreover,
fucking can't
Mihai
leave their
even
land.
supported the Hungarian nobility in crushing any and all uprisings that would threaten the tax income of the kingdom. The struggling peasants sent numerous delegations to his court, asking for the revocation of some of the harsh measures. But taxation was nevertheless increased more than 500% virtually overnight, from a fixed 3 florins per family before his reign to 16 florins plus
Holy
obligatory food deliveries
shit.
for the army. Unable to pay,
Who the fuck would be
many
able to afford
desperate
that
peasants
shit?
entered into Mihai's service as mercenaries, or simply fled the lands of their lords, which frustrated Hungarian
Hold up. One momante. I think actually I'm gonna play some KDC too. I have decided against the video. Fuck the video. I'll watch the video later. Maybe. Oh, I need to sell all my damn goods. Hope the merchants have money. They never do. They only have fucking 1,500. I hate it. It's the fucking biggest complaint I have about this game. At least in the first game I could build it up, but whatever, whatever. Oh my god, he has 85. Fuck, I've already fucking shut the fuck up. You have no money. You have money?
What do you have?
He has some money, I guess. I can haggle up enough.
Thank you, sir.
Let's grab some more inventory off my horse. Let's sell these.
No! What are they to? Sure. What is it you need?
I lost something, and I can't find it for the life of me.
Oh! Okay, what is it?
Be damned. It must
What are you looking for?
my leather satchel. I put it down here for a moment, and now it's gone?
Where did you put it?
Somewhere around here. I made sure it wouldn't be in my stomach started churning so bad, everything went blurry.
Oh my god, dude,
Shoved
what do
it
you
off my
mean?
back and ran off to, you know, there was nothing else for it.
Maybe someone saw the satchel abandoned.
Aye, but who, damn it? Oh, from time in heaps. If I don't find it, I'm done for. All my tools are in there.
Ah, shit,
My
dude.
jewelry too. Gold,
What?
silver.
Why do you have so much shit in there, bro?
Fortune, you know. Everything I own.
What? Why?
Now hold on. Wait. What are you doing? Give it back right now.
Did he just rob my money? Fucking hell. Oh, he just juked my ass.
He's up. Get him.
Okay, I don't think these guys dare draw a sword.
There's no escape.
Hey, fuck that. Useless. That was something. I'm all yours.
God, there's too many of them. Shit.
I'll rip your ass off him. Hey! Oh. Show what you're made of.
I'm wounded.
I'm just
What do
getting
you
warmed
want?
up, you shit.
God, none of us are doing any damage to each other.
You're no match for us, fucker.
I'm all yours. I'm just getting started.
I almost feel like I should draw a sword.
Show your stuff.
Oh my god, I should just draw a sword almost at this point. But they haven't drawn a sword on me. So that feels like cheating. Is it cheating to draw a sword on people who haven't drawn a sword? But they're attacking me in a group.
You're no match for us, fucker. I've been waiting for you. I'm wounded. Oh.
God fucking damn it. Let me beat one of you guys up. Stop interfering. God, I do fucking no damage with my fists. I need to get this guy down first. Oh, he drew his weapon. Shit, shit. Hey, you fucking... Okay. I was fighting fair.
Hey, get him! You won't be able to take another one like that.
Shit.
Slaughter. So you have a weapon. Big deal. Yeah, don't bury.
Jesus. I was about to kick one of their ass with a handless, and then they just all fucking drew swords on me. Dicks. I don't understand even why. Can't have been worth it. Like, really, dude? Like, I almost felt bad for that guy at first, too. Like, I was willing even to just keep it to fists. I wasn't gonna kill nobody. And they drew their fucking weapons. Dude, you fucking missed it. Alright, I was honorably fighting these people with my hands. Beating 3 of them up in armor. And then they drew axes on me because I was kicking their ass. This guy fucking tried to rob me. I tried to help him. Ah, what a dick. What a fucking dick. What a fucking dickhead. Is that something else? Nah. Oh, yeah, that's his weapon under him. This is Raven's Beak? Let me get that. Ah, there we go. Only thing worth about you fucking losers. Oh, I was literally in the middle of selling goods. Yeah, someone fucking pulled weapons on me in the town like dicks.
Careful.
Ugh, let me sell my shit now.
Greetings.
What are you doing, Niksu? How you just wake up?
Show me
You just wake up from your little baby boy slumber? Hold up, I'm gonna sell this shit. Ah, sleep well at least. So only one of these doesn't have enough money. I'll just sell it at fixed. I won't fleece him for every coin he's worth. I'll fleece this next guy for every coin he's worth.
What can I do for you?
Still in bed, bruvs. Well, if you want, you can watch the first 15 minutes of the stream again. I started watching the video. I'll start back with the video in a little bit. I just, watching history made me want to start shooting people. Oh. He doesn't have a lot of money. Fuck. Dude, these traders need more money.
Thank you, sir.
Every single one of these traders are so unbelievably broke. It's honestly a pain in the ass. Okay, Nixon, can I ask a legitimate question? How do you sell shit here? Because all the fucking traders only have 15 fucking hundred at most. It's actually the biggest fucking cocksleeve bullshit in my life.
I'd like to do some.
Well, I.
There we go. Yeah, see, he's out of money already. I sold him 3 items. Boom. All his inventory.
Knives for sale. Iron and steel.
I literally have to run to every single fucking merchant, just one at a time. Be like, yo, I got some shit for you. And sometimes, just because they're so broke, I buy armorer's kits and then just use that for fun. Because I have no other reason but to use the armorer's kits for shits and gigs sometimes. I could repair all the inventory and sell it and still have armorer's kits. Like shit.
Show me.
Yeah, see, fucking 1600, exactly. Like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with this broke bastard? I've already sold more than he can fucking buy. And I have way more inventory to sell. Like, it's not even including the weapons here. Or more of the shit on my horses. I only grabbed as much as I thought I could. Ugh. Goddamn. Oh, 11k. Ho. Oh, that is a beautiful piece. Oh. Oh. Is this worth it? Is this Milanese curious worth it? It looks beautiful. Look at that. And it's not overly shiny either. Fuck the shit. Okay, for half the price, I could get still a large buff. Right? So instead of a 20 buff, I get a 15 buff. For half the price. Oh, the noble one looks nice. I do not like this with a fad. Ew. You know, I've got to wonder, why weren't the extra so there were a couple extra decorations that were sometimes added. You know, like the V shape that they sometimes add here? Like, that was meant as a neck guard so that when someone tried to stab upwards, it would catch the blade. You know, you don't see that here. You don't see the armpit, like, little extenders. You don't see a lance rest. You'd think they would have added some of that, you know? You know what I'm saying, Niksu? Like, yeah, this looks nice. But where are the additional practical design parts? Like, oh, actually, look, with the riding one, you can see they do actually add a lance rest. Oh, that's nice. Look at that. You see that? That is classy. Do you see that? They caught that detail. That is some quality fucking detail. All right? But, like, for some of the, same with the riding. Okay, that's nice. That's nice. No, I immediately was corrected. You got me there. But, like, at least for the metal ones, especially the noble one, you would think they add the extra, you know, protection ones on it. For now, let's just buy... Oh, God, I could just spend all my money by accident in this fucking shop. Oh, my God, look at these legs. Oh, dude, they're so beautiful. Fuck the shiny one, the dark ones. Oh, my God, dude. That's just class. Do I need to spend all of my money? No, it's not, obviously, because it's more expensive to add it. It requires higher skill. You know, I'm not saying every piece would have it, but you would think that the expensive pieces here would have it, is what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously the riding ones do, because they're... But,
Ja, finally. Danke und viel Glück für die Zukunft, mein Herr.
you know. There's a couple more armor shops I could stop at on the way back to my house.
We've got it all.
Oh, yeah, let me wash myself off of blood. Really? Why wasn't it was it just people didn't like the way it looked, or was there a better design? If they have a better design, please, I would love to know. I'm not as in... What's the word? Knowledgeable? Acknowledged? I don't know. Educated? Edumacated? However you want to say it. Let me send me these. I need to start selling some of these.
What do you have for...
God. Oh, he has 1,600. Nice. This guy is not completely broke. Bless his heart. Anything worth buying? No, he doesn't really. I'll buy some armor's kits. Just like... Agree? Jesus.
Word about the... Oh. Very well.
Yeah, that's fair enough. You know, they were like, oh, hey, this V-shape there probably isn't catching enough blades. Let's do this. Or add a curled henge or fucking whatever. I don't know. Or maybe make it just flush with the helmet. I don't know what they did.
Show me your way.
He only has 1,400. How do you have less than the fucking seller outside who's fucking on a bench, dude? Do you have anything good to buy? I guess I'll buy some of the, like, some of your ingredients. I guess I could use some of them. Let's buy a bunch of copper. Some exotic wood. Some steel. Some more steel. Ah, who am I kidding? I don't need all of that. I'll just buy it as I need it if I have to. Actually, okay, I'll buy half of this. I do not need this. Let's just haggle up their money.
Aye.
These fucking broke bastards. Don't you fucking talk with that fucking mouth of yours.
Keep close to others.
Hoo 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 hoo.
But you weren't in your chamber. How can I help? Well,
Oh, that sold for less than I thought it would. Oh. I wanted to sharpen the rest. You know what? That's fine though. I'll just do this.
word about... Wow.
Take all his money again.
Aye. You. Come again, Henry.
Oh, dude, literally, look at this. I have to stop at every shop consecutively just to have enough, like, to get gold from this game. I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of the goddamn shops. That's all 8, actually, except for the one on the far front side over here. Oh, and this one here, too. Like, Jesus, dude. How is a man supposed to have any groschen in this game if all the merchants are broke? I miss KDC 1 where I can make one merchant have 40,000 gold. It's the best times. Sell whatever I want to them. Double click.
Excuse me.
What? I just took damage from double kicking into him. Just like fucking flying Russian thunder kicking his ass. Oh, have you seen my house yet? Look at it. It's beautiful. It's my beautiful house. I wonder if I have more upgrades for it yet. Let's see. Oh, I forgot. You like red, right? Ah, finally. Now I get the good. Oh, perfect. Oh, that actually feels too French. Fuck. Wait, did you call for me? Oh, hello, townswoman.
What is your...
For your smithing talents, master, I'd like to have a sturdy axe made.
I can make an axe.
Oh,
Thanks. Farewell, sir.
Yeah, I actually don't think I like those windows. Fuck, that's ugly. Hold up. Let's try the floral. I don't know if I'm gonna like floral. You know what? Floral's better. I don't know. It clashes with the blue. Maybe square was best. Because then it fits in with the rest of the trim. That's why I chose it initially. I still can't put a mural of Jabos up. Wow, I do not like the leaves. We'll do the vid in a second. Hold up, I gotta redesign my house, bro. My house looks like shit. Should I do the Virgin Mary, St. Peter, St. Magdalene? I feel like the Virgin Mary because it's the most expensive. And before you ask, no, I am not gonna get the fucking leaves over my goddamn house. It looks like ass. Virgin Mary's the most expensive, so it has to be the best, right? Wow, you just said that in the presence of the Virgin Mary, dude. Shame on you. I cannot believe what a shameless, crass individual you are. You know, I might have to go with red, actually, because I don't know if the blue... Fuck, I dislike this. No, I don't think she would approve. Maybe gray. Because the problem is the blue trim does not look as nice with all the corner options. The red trim kind of looks like ass. With this corner option I currently have because it blends together. Maybe if I do dark? See what it looks like. Oh, actually, no, that actually adds... I think dark is better, actually, here. Oh, yeah, that adds a lot of structure to this. Oh, yeah, that looks better. We're keeping the dark. How dare you? The Virgin Mary would never think of an ass face. You know, now looking at... Ooh, this actually may not be bad. Sicilian. Maybe just simple. Too much detail sometimes is an issue. No, that looks like shit. Well, gotta look at it to see it. Scribe shelf, ornate. I like the dark one almost better, but might as well. Oh, I still can't get the useful stoves. These stoves look like fucking ass. I cannot wait to get the green one. Red one's not bad too either, but the yellow just does not suit me. It's better than nothing though. I know. Do you do red, right? Think about maybe doing red, but I don't know. Green's nice too. You know, yeah, I think red honestly pulls the room together for this one. Not for the house, but I think for the room, I'm definitely going to do red. Anything else that I haven't upgraded? Oh, my well! Everything else is upgraded, right? That sheet iron looks like fucking ass. Why would anyone want that? Nah, looks better like that. Nah, I like the cloth. Alright. My house is pretty fucking dope. Hey, give me my money.
How's trade?
I've got...
Thank you very much.
I wonder when that refreshes. Do I have anything worth displaying? Not really. Is that better than what I'm wearing? What am I wearing? 114. What was that number? $131. Yeah, that's a lot better. before I forget, let me actually wear better fucking armor. I don't want the sleep buff right now. Can I make the axe the lady needed? Fucking products. Of course. I was just there.
You shouldn't be out here all alone.
Before I forget, you know, I'm just gonna.
What do you...
I hate I have to buy all the fucking goddamn recipes from this old ass fuckhead.
Let's talk. Wow. I could go for... Pleasure doing business with you. Take care, Henry.
Did I have any other blacksmith quests? No.
And
I think the
Oh, but I needed to meet up with Catherine at nighttime. Shit. Alright, let's quickly go. Surprised there's not a single bandit that's stopping me. I'm gonna be honest, I thought someone would have tried to ambush me by now.
God bless you.
Okay, I just need to remember where all of this is to take this later when we invade. God, I hate having to navigate through all this to go find Catherine.
Hail.
Hail.
I'm here.
Come,
Where's that?
stop us.
You
Oh.
want to talk here?
You said you wanted privacy, didn't you? If anyone sees us here, they'll think you're just another customer.
I guess that's true.
Good. Just as if you were waiting to be branded.
All right. You could have won.
Random
Come
shit.
now, Henry. Don't say you've never had your back scraped by a woman.
I have, yeah, but it's just different.
Let's get that dialogue. I need to get my speech up.
Oh, come now. You don't have to be bashful in front of me, even about what I think.
Well, the water is pretty cold.
She just called his
So,
dick
tell me
small.
quickly what you're doing. You say Zizka sent you.
That's right. It's about von Burgos camp and the Pragas who have it. I hear they're going to move it to Stedlet.
Aye, they have it. What of it?
We want to steal it on the way.
Have you all gone mad? Do you know how dangerous that is?
I know. That's why Zizka sent me here. I'm supposed to infiltrate the Praggers and make sure everything goes smoothly.
So what do you need me for?
Information. When are the Praggers going to take the cannon to Sedlets?
That's what you're supposed to find out, isn't it? But it looks like they got held up for some reason. Sometimes I hear them complaining they should have been long gone by now.
Where is the cannon now?
In the upper part of the camp where all the local captains have their tents. They've put up a palisade around the entire... And what's more, they say the whole camp's gunpowder store is there.
And you think it's in the storehouse there?
That's the only place it can be.
Sounds like there's a lot
I
of
haven't
loot
seen
up
it anywhere
there.
down here, but they won't let me into the upper part.
Do you know anything about the cannon?
Not much. I've heard they call it the Finger of God,
Yeah, the finger of God fucked us up.
but that's all.
Who's in charge here?
Now, that's a pretty complicated question. But in a nutshell, there are 3 main captains here. They run the whole camp. Sigismund is holed up in Sedlets with his toadies and doesn't take much of an interest in what's going on here. The Cumans are under the command of a fellow called Chertan. Then there is Grozaf, who runs the camp. And then there are the Praggers, led by Dietrich Katz.
God,
What
that's
is
a lot
this
of names.
Chertan?
Okay.
He's
Chertan
the commander of all the
is the
Cumans
Cuman
marched
leader.
into Bohemia. Sigismund officially gives the orders, of course, but it's Chertan they listen to. I've met him a couple of times. He's a tough fella, but his soldiers are loyal to him.
Sorry.
Who's this Grosov?
He's in charge of everything here. He's a nobleman, but don't expect him to act
So
like
he's
one.
like replacing
They say
Siggy,
he
or
never
is he?
gets and fell out with half the royal court.
Oh
So
shit.
Sigismund hold him away here instead of taking
That's a
him to
lot
Sedlec.
of debt, bro.
Watch out for him. You know how it is. The worse off a man is, the pushier he gets.
One second. Delayed for me. I got like something on my nails. I don't know what the heck it is. Be like, why the fuck do you care? Well, I care. Because when I eat chips, my fucking fingernails are dirty. That shit's getting all over my fucking
Katz.
chips.
Who is he?
He's in charge of the Prague Artillery Regiment. You should know him, in fact. It was
I
him
should?
and his men who attacked Nabokov that day.
Oh, it's that
Also
dickhead?
who nearly killed us all?
Calm down. You'll get your revenge soon enough.
Do you have any idea how I could infiltrate the Praggers?
The best thing would be to join up. There are never enough men. But it won't be as easy as it might seem. No, they won't let you go up and see cats just like that.
Why not? What if I just say I'm the coolest guy west side of the Indies?
A fella they call Crow. He's a corporal in the Praggers. You'll know him by his big black moustache. He's Katz's right-hand man.
Okay.
So I'd try my luck
Big
with him.
black mustache man.
And once I've joined them, what next?
Find out when they're supposed to go to Sedlitz. And above all, why they're still here. And once you've got it sorted out with them and you're gonna all ride out with the cannon, I'll go straight to the Devil's Den and we'll get to work.
Alright.
The plan's got more.
What?
That's all I.
No, I have.
Alright, let's go get enlisted. You know what? You chose an auspicious time to ask. You chose 1 a.m.
Right now.
So I'll give it to you. Give me 3 seconds, and we'll continue the vid. shit, he was down there. Wait, what? I was going the right way. Never mind. Alright, we'll take a little break from fantasy history to real history, and we'll, let's continue with the Battle of, Mirasio. So, what you might have missed, Nixu, because you were a shithead, and you don't care about being on time, because you wake up and you sleep like a normal human being. How dare you have bodily needs? Is... Essentially, Miha, after conquering all the land, is like, oh fuck, let me be a little shithead, and he made everyone mad at him. The Ottomans are mad at him, the Polish are mad at him, and Austria's mad at him. So they're all gonna kind of like fuck him up. And he's like, huh, let's make taxes even worse. Yeah, and consolidate power. Yeah, and that's where we're at.
Enough manpower to field a 60,000-strong army, Mihai could currently mobilize only around 15,000 troops, due to the unstable economy and taxation system in these early stages of his reign. Therefore, to protect the kingdom, he had to rely heavily on mercenaries, which he could no longer afford. He attempted to solve the problem by awarding several seized Transylvanian castles and important political positions.
Yeah, that's not
to
enough, bro.
mercenary commanders
That's
with
not
whom
enough.
He developed close relationships.
Those mercenaries
as
are gonna betray your
compensation
ass.
for not being able to pay them and their troops.
They're gonna fucking bail on you.
These
They got
commanders
land
and
now,
their
they got no
troops were
reason to
mostly
listen.
from Serbia, Bulgaria, and Albania, and they essentially became mercenary warlords who freely oppressed sections of the local nobility and peasantry. Widespread corruption and extortion flourished under their local rule, sowing the seeds of resistance across Transylvania and Moldavia. The Hungarian nobility undertook a revolt to overthrow Mihai with the support from the Habsburg army, commanded by an Italian general, Giorgio Basta. The
So,
rebel army
did
marched on the
Italy just fuck
Transylvanian
everything
capital,
up? That's what I'm guessing
but
here. If
was
it's Italy,
soon
they're gonna
intercepted.
fucking toss the ball. They're gonna drop the ball 500 miles away from their fucking... Listen, all they had to say was Italian. I'm like, fuck, the Italians are gonna drop the ball. In fact, they're not just gonna drop the ball. They're gonna throw it off a fucking cliff. And they're gonna toss it 500 goddamn miles away, and it's gonna land in the goddamn Pacific Ocean, be swept into the goddamn Mariana Trench. Fucking... Ugh.
Although the political situation in Transylvania deteriorated significantly
Yeah, you don't
over
fucking
the
say
last
it, brother.
several months,
He's getting bent
nobles
over and
retained most of
used.
their power and were content
Slapping
to
his
accept
ass.
Mihai as their ruler. But what sparked the revolt were widespread false rumors that Mihai planned to nullify the status of Transylvanian noblemen and turn their estates over to the Wallachian nobility. Due to these rumors, any negotiations were out of the question, and now Mihai watched as the enemy column entered the valley north of the Muresh River. General Basta led the imperial troops, supported by the Hungarian nobility
Kick Basta's
of
ass,
Transylvania,
Mihai.
as well as Austrian and Saxon troops, Flemish knights, as well as contingents of Walloons, French
I
musketeers,
know it's gonna happen, but I want it to
artillery,
happen.
and mercenaries.
We can all have what we want to happen and not
With
actually
around
happen.
20,000 troops under his command, Basta had both
Yeah, I know. I want him to though.
a substantial
I want the Italians to drop the ball, fuck everything up. I don't trust the Italians to do anything competent. So I'm praying for the best, but he has nowhere to go here, dude. He is
Substantial numerical advantage and the element of surprise. The sudden and unexpected revolt didn't allow Mihai enough time to assemble his army. Most of his mercenaries were late for the battle, with only Starina Novak appearing with a small portion of his Serbian
Starina has been
cavalry,
like really useful so
along
far,
with
but
a
if he's only
contingent
a
of
couple here and
Cossacks
here,
and
that's not going to be
Sekalis.
enough. Ain't
With
going to be
only
enough.
12,000 troops, and without his best units, Mihai knew that the quality of his troops was inferior to those under Basta's command, and he tried to offset his numerical inferiority by forming a defensive line between the Muresh River and the hills, fortified with ditches and barricades. The Italian general moved into position where his artillery would have range, and he positioned his best cavalry in the second line, planning to unleash them as soon as cannon fire softened the enemy line. Artillery opened the engagement. For a time, the bombardment was equally effective on both sides. But then, Mihai gave the signal, and a thundering roar echoed from the hills above.
Fuck yeah! Oh, thank God. Listen, Mihai has been really good about positioning troops on high ground. I was kind of worried here. But he did this with the bridge, too. He did this with the bridge. He's like, listen, fuck you, I got cannons. Wah, ba, 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 ba.
Stunned as enemy cannons rained down on his position.
Yeah, I was wondering why he only had 2 cannons here.
Hungarian troops
Didn't want to
closest
say
the
shit. I'm
hillside
like, fuck, man, he's just like way under supply. But no, he had those cannons ready.
His artillery contingent immediately took heavy losses. The cavalry in the front apparently began wavering, and Basta ordered them to pull back, realizing he would not be able to dislodge the defenders. With victory seemingly within grasp, Mihai charged after the enemy. Subsequently, the rest of Basta's army began retreating.
No, Mihai, don't charge!
The
Don't
cavalry
charge!
began overtaking the infantry, wanting to get out of range of cannon fire.
Mihai, you have the
In
advantage.
battles
They're
during this
fleeing.
period, most of the casualties were inflicted during the pursuit of the fleeing army. Needless to say,
never
Mihai's
mind.
men went on an extensive pursuit, sensing the weakness
I
of
thought you said Michael was gonna get his ass kicked. It looks like
Basta's
Michael's
troops.
doing fine.
But after getting well out of range of the Wallachian artillery, Basta abruptly stopped.
No, no.
A flurry
Oh,
of
no!
orders and signals were sent.
Oh no!
His cavalry
Mihai, you
appeared
overextended!
about.
I called it! I called it! I
infantry
called
took
not
up
to
a
chase! I called not to
defensive
chase! Mihai, no! 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 Your cannons can't shoot because you're standing there! Mihai, no!
What first seemed like a rout turned out to be a feigned retreat. Mihai was in trouble. With his infantry lagging behind, he was caught in the middle
Oh,
of the open
Mihai,
fire.
no! No!
numerous, better equipped and more
No!
experienced
This is the
enemy
fucking
cavalry
Punisher moment! No,
poured
no, no,
down
no,
his
no!
flanks
Wait!
led a frontal infantry charge. The cohesion of the Cossacks on the right was quickly broken by the charge of Basta's heavy cavalry, and they began fleeing the field. Mihai stood defiantly in the face of enemy musket fire, but it was not enough to turn the tide, and the collapse of his right flank eventually caused a complete rout.
Fuck, dude, don't stand where your
Secondly,
cannons want to
soldiers
shoot.
surrendered after being assured that they will be set free. However, Basta would later have them all killed.
Wow.
The defeat was catastrophic. 4,000 of Mihai's troops perished, and he himself escaped on his horse, swimming across the Muresh River. It is not fully clear why such a proven commander fell into the trap of a feigned retreat. Overconfidence is often suggested as the reason why Mihai gambled
Why
away
was he
his winning
overconfident?
position
He had
at
less
Myra
men.
Slough. Another possibility is that because his kingdom was threatened on all sides, he understood that he needed to inflict as many losses on the enemy and achieve a quick victory. In
No,
order
you need to
deal
achieve a
with
quick
threats
victory
arising
without losing
elsewhere.
men.
Whatever the case, the fallout of this defeat would soon cause panic within Mihai's
He got greedy,
regime.
dude. Oh,
But
god damn
despite
it.
being forced to retreat into the mountains,
What did I fucking say? As soon as he charged over that, I said, don't chase. Don't chase. No, Mihai, don't chase. And then he chased, and then he fucking fucked it. Like, okay. There's a couple rules. When someone routes, you can route them a little bit, but you cannot overextend. Rules of overextended means you have to advance with your army. And the second rule is not beyond your artillery and into your artillery range. Fuck! Like, shit, dude. Wheeling around in my chair and fucking pissed. God damn it, Mihai. It was fucking easy. That shit was free.
the cunning Valachian would live to fight another day. The sun rose above the thatched roofs of Guruslow as the narrow town streets came to life on early morning of August 3rd, 1601. To the sound of church bells, the craftsmen opened their shops for customers. The town crier's public announcements echoed on the town square. The traders called out their wares on the local marketplace, and the main street was awash with the smell of hot sheep's feet and beef ribs coming from the fast food stands.
That actually sounds kind of good. Beef ribs,
But
sheep.
then,
Fuck,
around
dude.
9 o'clock,
I know it's
the
hot
pleasant
sheep
morning
feet, but
routine
still.
was interrupted.
Like,
There was little doubt
makes it
that the
sound good.
thundering noise coming from across the hill was artillery
it's probably
fire.
slow cooked.
After the defeat at Miroslav, Mihai rushed back across the mountains to regroup. As he led some 7,000 survivors back through the Buzau Pass, messengers rode forward, carrying orders for the nobles to assemble their armies after receiving word that Jan Zamoyski, the Chancellor of the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth, marched into Moldavia with
Dude,
an
you're
army
kind of
of
late for gathering your
17,000
armies. You just got your ass
troops
handed to you.
and
You
10
needed your army
artillery
back then.
pieces, bringing with him the brothers Jeremiah and Simeon.
Oh,
Movia,
Jeremiah's coming back. He's like, give
with
me back
the
my
goal
fucking
of
land!
overthrowing Mihai's
I ain't scared, I
rule
got Papa
in
here now.
Moldavia and Wallachia.
I got my big papa here now.
Many
You can't
Moldavian
bully me
nobles
anymore.
and peasants, unhappy with Mihai's rule, joined the invaders, further swelling Zamoyski's ranks. The Polish-Moldavian army expelled Mihai's officials in Yash. Jeremiah Movia was reinstated as the voivode of Moldavia, and Zamoyski spent the rest of the month securing the
Damn.
loyalty of the nobility.
For only 5 seconds did he actually own all of this shit, and then Wallachia is just bronk. At least he owns like this much. I think Moldavia used to be like all of this, but you know.
In the northern part
Fuck,
of
dude,
the
he just kind of
Principality.
lost everything in
In
4
order to
seconds.
stabilize Jeremiah's rule and put Moldavia's administration back in sync with the Commonwealth.
Excuse me.
Then, on October the 1st, the Polish-Moldavian host continued towards the Wallachian frontier. The lack of fortifications and castles enabled a quick advance south, and the local nobility had little choice but to join the advancing army, lest they be stripped of their lands and political power. On October the 10th, Zamoyski entered and occupied Buzau. Mihai promptly marched against them, but he managed to muster a force of around only 10,000 troops. Outnumbered almost 2 to 1, and without any artillery, he was defeated on October the 20th by a larger and better equipped Polish-Moldavian army. Zamoyski launched extensive pursuits, aiming to further dismantle Mihai's remaining forces as the invading host continued
Dude,
south.
I'm upset as fucking you. Like, Mihai's getting... Dude, this is the end for him, I think. I'm sorry. This is... This is bad, dude. This is really bad. Like, he's fucked. He got fucking... These guys showed up, kicked his ass, and he's just so fucked. I'm
Invading
sorry.
host
Like,
continues
I think this is
south.
the end.
As the Wallachian army retreated towards Oltenia, Zamoyska reached Bucharest. Simeon Movia was put on the throne of Wallachia with orders to pay a tribute of 40,000 florins per year to the Polish crown, significantly spreading the Commonwealth's sphere of influence in the region. Meanwhile, Mihai spent the next month preparing for a counter-offensive and moved to reclaim the throne of Wallachia in late November. But the hastily assembled army was a far cry from the one that brought him victories against the Ottomans and during the unification of Wallachia, Transylvania, and Moldavia. In late November, he crossed the river Olt, only to be defeated again, losing some of his most important commanders. The defeat at Curtea de Argeș
No,
prevented him
dude.
from taking
They're not even showing the battles. It's just the defeat. He's getting his ass handed so much they can't even show the battles. It's just, alright, footnote, footnote, footnote. He's got his ass handed to him again. Oh, wait, actually, again, a third time because he's just bad. Come on, Mihai, bro! Come, you got the blood of Dracula! Come on! You won so much before! Go find a bridge! You're great at bridges! Why do you suck everywhere else? Shaking my fucking head, dude.
Important position that allowed
Sorry about that
access into
rant. I
Transylvania
needed it.
through
I needed to
3
yell at him.
mountain passes
I'm just-
accessible to marching armies.
I
The
know,
most
he
important
just
nobles
so
finally
fucked,
left
dude.
him, and his troops scattered. Realizing that he had no chance of retaking Wallachia on his own, Mihai made the hard decision to leave his homeland and head for Vienna. The grueling and dangerous journey lasted over 30 days, and he arrived in Vienna in mid-January. However, Emperor Rudolf refused to give him an audience at his court. But because of the volatile situation in Transylvania, the Emperor was unsure on how to approach the matter. Basta's
Unsure,
governorship
dude,
faced
like,
significant difficulties
cut your
in
losses.
handling the Transylvanian nobility, and although Rudolf hoped that the situation would stabilize,
Like, at this
now
point, like, just Rudolph, I mean, friend Georgina or Poland, like, yeah, dude, I don't think Wallachia is
he
doing
had
shit at
Mihai
this
as a
point. I'm
possible
sorry.
alternative in case the political turmoil escalated. Forced to wait for several weeks, Mihai got his chance when the Transylvanian Diet revolted against Basta, forcing him into exile. The nobleman decided to reinstate Sigismund Bathory, who turned his back on Rudolf and was now loyal to the Polish-Lithuanian
Wow, man, Rudolph, you Poland got everything now. Shit.
Commonwealth, having received from them substantial
Great, Rudolph.
military support.
Everyone wants to be part
Mihai's
of Poland, I
followers were
guess, right now.
promptly persecuted across Transylvania and severely punished. Starina Novak, one of his most outstanding commanders, was burned alive for nearly 2 hours.
What? Dude, he was such a competent fucking... He was a mercenary. He was for hire. Oh, come on. You could have just paid him instead. Why you gotta do that? He was really useful.
And then impaled while still alive.
What? He wasn't... Well, hold on.
And then impaled while burned alive for nearly 2 hours.
He lived for being burned alive for 2 hours? And they had to impale his ass. Shit, dude. Fucking, my man's got fucking goddamn balls of steel. Goddamn. Exactly. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, just bruh. What the fuck?
And then impaled while still alive.
What a fucking goddamn Chad. Holy
With
shit,
the
dude.
situation in Transylvania deteriorating fast, Rudolf reacted 100,000 florins were provided to Mihai to build a new army, formed by Serbian, Cossack and Silesian mercenaries, which quickly reached 10,000 troops. Another 10,000 strong army was commanded by Basta. The emperor ordered his two commanders to set their differences aside, and the united army marched from Satu Mare into Transylvania. Sigismund, meanwhile, marched to meet them. The size of the prince's army isn't fully known, but according to certain sources it was about 40,000 strong, consisting of Hungarian noblemen, Moldavians, Cossacks, and Polish troops.
Mihai,
August
I
3rd,
don't think you're gonna win this,
the two
bro.
armies met
I think Sigismund's gonna win this,
at the town
unfortunately.
of Gurislo.
Oh no. Oh, this doesn't look good for Mihai.
Looking at the army that arrayed across the valley, Sigismund Bathory was understandably confident. Basta led around 5,000 cavalry and 5,000 infantry.
If
while
Mihai can pull this
commanded
off, fucking
4,000
kudos to
cavalry
Mihai,
and
bro.
6,000 infantry. All told, their army of some 20,000, supported by an artillery contingent, seemed no match for the host commanded by the Transylvanian prince. Then, with a wave of a hand, Sigismund ordered his 40,000 troops to advance. Keeping their formation, the infantry and cavalry kept a slow pace, allowing the artillery to get into a firing position. At around 9 o'clock in the morning, the battle started with an artillery duel. The prolonged and ineffective cannonade was interrupted when Bathory ordered a massive cavalry attack along the entire line, wishing to come down hard on the outnumbered enemy. Transylvanian infantry and artillery followed behind as the cavalry steamed towards Mihai's and Basta's line.
I mean,
But
at least they're advancing
what
into
Sigismund
artillery
failed
range.
to notice was a steep, grassy slope, up to a meter tall in some places, running across almost the entire battlefield.
Wait, what?
Prior to the battle, Mihai knew that this small slope would be vital for the outcome of
No
the
way
battle,
that there's a
and
fucking
on his
tiny ass.
suggestion,
No way!
The army lined up behind it. Now, as Bathory's cavalry was closing in, Mihai gave the signal, and the entire line moved to take up position along the edge of the slope.
Oh shit!
As he predicted, the momentum of the cavalry was broken by the slope.
Yeah, you're gonna hit the
Helping
slope and
infantry
fucking
in the center
crumple.
cope with the impact of
Oh
the
my
charge.
god, and you're at the. Oh my god, and you can just spear. Holy
Initially,
shit!
Sigismund's cavalry proved their mettle, inflicting
Dude,
significant
he
losses.
found the hill. It's the hill tactics. How to win a battle: find a tiny hill. Be on the other side of it.
Is on the enemy. But as jabs were traded back and
Oh,
forth,
holy
the
shit,
infantry
dude.
in the center held. However, all this changed once the Transylvanian infantry joined the fighting.
Oh yeah, but there's double the number coming in to
The
fuck you
sheer
up, bro.
mass of Bathory's men pushed back Mihai's and Basta's line, and slowly began grinding down their numbers in a lopsided standoff. From the suffocating crush in the front of the fighting, the screams of men echoed across the narrow valley. Sensing that the tide will turn against them if this battle of attrition continued for any longer, Mihai made a decisive move. Personally taking command of the second line of his cavalry, he turned to maneuver his way around Sigismund's left
Wow,
flank.
that is a risky fucking move,
He
dude.
ordered his artillerymen to position the cannons closer to the fighting and fire at will.
Really? That's double risky.
The cannon volleys helped support the under-pressure cavalry in the first line and create as much chaos on Bathory's left
Wow.
in order to help cover Mihai's flanking maneuver.
Never mind, it's fucking working out way better than I thought it would.
Sigismund reacted by ordering his own cannons to get into position to counter the enemy artillery fire, and sent the reserves to bolster the attack on his left. But as the reinforcements
he
rushed
fucked up.
forward, the
Oh,
men
he
became
fucked
spread
up.
out.
Oh,
The
he
speed
fucked up.
of the Wallachian charge caught them out before they could consolidate.
Oh, he just wipes those
Leading
out and
from
then
the front,
beats Sigismund's
Mihai
ass.
plowed into the Transylvanians
He's too
from
close
the
for the
left,
fucking cannons
his
now.
cavalrymen trampling enemy soldiers as the gaps
Oh
in their
my God,
formation afforded
Sigismund,
his
you're
horsemen
fucked.
plenty of room to maneuver. Sigismund's reserves that were sent to support the front line routed soon after. Seeing the chaotic
Yeah, he needed
retreat
someone
in
from
front of
fucking
them,
here to turn right
artillerymen
away.
also
Oh,
abandoned
no!
their posts.
Really? You're not gonna chase him down? Oh. That's... Really?
As the Wallachian cavalry struck the rear of Bathory's troops in the front, it became evident that Mihai's charge would decide the battle, as the surrounded Transylvanian troops began running for their lives. Having
Shit,
lost
dude.
around 10,000 men, and with all of his cannons captured, Sigismund Bathory had no choice but to withdraw from the field.
I'm surprised the whole army retreated there. I think they could have still fucking turned on Mihai. The problem is that no one told them to. When Mihai came from behind, they could have had these two units from here collapse inwards onto them. Instead of surrendering. If they did that, then Mihai would be in fucked shape because he'd be surrounded then because he went too deep from behind. Problem is, though, there's no one directing these guys, and these guys to turn. They would need local field commanders. Really good, like 100-man, maybe 1,000-man commanders, but it doesn't seem like the people here know enough. It's unfortunate.
With Sigismund's army
Mihai
scattered,
pulled that out of his
Mihai
ass,
marched
though.
ahead and reached Cluj,
I'm fucking
where he
surprised
planted
as
a flag
fuck.
in honor of his captain Starina Novak, who was executed by the Hungarian noble.
Attaboy. For my fucking Chadster.
According to orders issued by Emperor Rudolf, Mihai was to continue on into Wallachia to retake the throne. This was made easier by the fact that his supporters, led by the ever-loyal Buzescu family, had already overthrown Simeon Movia and sent messages to Mihai that they awaited his arrival in Târgoviște. However, Mihai wanted to separate himself from Basta and occupy Alba Iulia as his princely seat, directly against Emperor Rudolf's wishes. Needless to say, it was unacceptable for the Habsburgs to allow Mihai to rule over a potentially powerful kingdom.
Yeah,
And the
because
Emperor
Mihai's
put
gonna
in
rebel
motion a
again.
plot against his
Immediately.
life.
Oh, shit.
On Rudolf's
No.
behest, Basta sent his men in the morning of
Basta,
August
you
9th,
bastard!
1501 to Mihai's camp.
No, 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 no!
When he tried to defend himself, he was struck down with halberds and his head cut off.
No! What? Fuck!
His body was left to lay in the field for some time, but his followers managed to bring his head back to Wallachia, to a monastery overlooking the former capital, Târgoviște, from a hill, where it is still today. Mihai's defeat was more a political than a military one. He tried to
Bro,
impose the rule
assassinated
of
by
the
his
Wallachian
boss?
party in
Fuck
Transylvania
off.
and Moldavia over the power structures already established by the local nobility. This caused significant resistance and finally led to his downfall. It seems that he thought too much on
I can't fucking believe it, dude. Fuck. My God, bro. Oh, I know. Fuck. Like, he was a fucking badass man, dude. He engaged way larger armies than him. Like, won really difficult fights. Yeah, no, send me... I want one that has a happy ending. Okay, two things. Happy ending. Not Europe. Oh, you sent a bunch. Okay, that's good. Let's look at my on my channel. Let's see. You have the Great Siege. And Stefan the Great versus Mehmed the Second. Right. And have we seen Milvan's Bridge? I think we did. That looks familiar. Did we? No, hold up. No, I don't think we have. You said no, fuck you. Wow, what a hater, dude. Listen, I'm eventually gonna post my own fucking videos of this thing and choose from them. I've been too lazy to look for them. I'm gonna find some eventually. I don't want to see. It just feels a little disappointing. Stephen the Great, Christianity. Let's see. Let's see how long this one is. 37 minutes.
It's early
Constantine.
spring, 312 AD. Acts you with a license.
You saying the siege is that good, dude? All right. Tell you what. Let's see. Let's take a look at this one. Let's take a look at this one. Oh, it opened twice. Fuck. Sorry about that. Hold up. Ultimate Sultan, besieged on Malta against his hospite. Oh, if it has a happy ending, that's all you had to fucking say. I fucking love happy endings. Dude, listen. Okay, I know it's not technically a happy ending because he's fucking committing a lot of murder and war, but like, you know what I mean when I say I like a happy ending, right? I like a happy ending for our protagonist that we're watching the whole time.
Ottoman I fought countless foes across Europe, Asia, and Africa. His reign is
Hold up,
symbolically bookended by the struggle against the Knights Hospitaller. One of the most successful reigns in the history of the Ottoman Empire began with the taking of Rhodes in 1522, and the end of it would see Suleiman and his admirals taking on the Knights Hospitaller in their new home of Malta in 1565. Shout out to Skillshare for sponsoring this video. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of classes covering dozens of creative and entrepreneurial skills. Explore classes in everything from animation and graphic design to documentary making and cinematography and more. Premium membership gives you unlimited access to high-quality classes from experts working in their fields to help you gain new skills and live your best life. Skillshare is also incredibly affordable. An annual subscription is less than The last naval action in the Ottoman Wars we covered was the Battle of...
Sorry, I muted myself there. I wanted to check my fucking phone for a second. I heard a dingling. I'm like, oh shit, I don't want everyone to hear whatever I check. And then they fucking hit me with an ad, and I'm like, fuck.
Preveza and the Siege
I get
of
it, but like,
Castelnuovo.
fuck off.
And after these engagements, Ottoman dominance in the Mediterranean, spearheaded by Hayreddin Barbarossa, was near undisputed. Barbarossa captured a few more cities in modern-day Montenegro, capping off the campaign of 1539 by conquering Christian strongholds in the Ionian and Aegean seas. The admiral then returned to the Ottoman capital, sending his chief lieutenant, a veteran of Preveza, Turgut Reis, known to the Christians as Dragut, to the western Mediterranean seas to raid and harass the Holy League members. Initially, Dragut's raids were successful, and he managed to sack coastal areas in Sicily, Spain, and Corsica in 1540. However, in June he was ambushed by the allied Genoese-Spanish army at Girolata. His entire fleet was captured, while Dragut was taken hostage and brought to Genoa. Meanwhile, Venice, reeling from its losses, signed a separate peace with the Ottomans, and that somewhat weakened the position of the Emperor Charles V. According to some sources, in September of 1540 he sent a secret letter to Barbarossa offering him a chance to change sides, but this was refused. This prompted the Emperor to become more active in his naval dealings. To that end, in October, another Ottoman Corsair navy under Ali Hamid, which was raiding off the coast of Spain, was destroyed near Alboran. It was becoming clear that the Ottoman holdings in North Africa would remain an easy staging ground for the invasions of Spain and Italy.
Man,
so
everyone
Charles
is
decided
always
to
fucking
conquer the
invading
region.
North Africa, dude. Every fucking video we have of this
The
particular
Algiers
region
expedition
of Europe,
of
it's always
1541
invading
was
North
led
Africa.
by Charles himself, with
Like,
the likes
I get
of
it.
Andrew
Okay, is the whole Mediterranean just worth a ridiculous amount? I assume it is, because all the time people are fighting, right? I know Sicily has really good fucking fertile lands. I know North Africa does. Does this part of Spain and France does too? Like, fuck, dude. Everyone's fucking fighting on this fucking shit. I don't know.
I
feel like it should have been obvious that everyone fights,
of the Aztec Empire,
maybe
and
I'm just a shit.
Cortez commanding his 40,000
maybe a little
strong
less
army.
obvious, but
The Beylerbeylik of Algeria was at that point ruled by another lieutenant of Barbarossa, Hassan Aga, who had just around 1,000 soldiers. Unfortunately for the Christian troops, the weather conditions were unusually cold for October, with rains and storms damaging their fleet. Still, Charles's army managed to disembark and besiege Algiers. Almost immediately, the Christians were attacked by the Ottoman Berber allies. The mobile Berber horsemen engaged Charles every time he attempted an assault. All this made the siege untenable, and in November, Charles ordered a retreat. He had lost almost half of his army to the Berbers and the sea during this expedition. As the French king, Francis I, who was an Ottoman ally since 1536, started another Italian war against his arch-rival Charles V, Suleiman sent Barbarossa's fleet to assist the French in the Ligurian and Tyrrhenian Sea. In 1543, he raided his way along the west coast of Italy, landing near Rome by the end of June. With the Holy City threatened, the Pope called for Francis I to rein in his allies, and the king asked Barbarossa to join his troops at Marseille. The Allied forces besieged and sacked the city of Nice in August of 1543. Barbarossa would winter in Toulon, sending his ships to raid the Spanish coast during the end of the year.
My man is not giving anyone a break.
In 1544, he resumed raiding Italy, and then anchored his fleet near Genoa, threatening to attack it. We don't know all the details, but Barbarossa and his old foe Andrea Doria negotiated the release of Dragut for a
everyone's
sizable
ass.
sum,
Fuck me.
and that ended the hostility
Waiting for
between the
fucking
Ottomans
Captain Jack
and
Sparrow
Genoa.
to show up and save everyone
As
from
Suleiman and
Barbarossa.
Charles
Fuck.
also signed a truce in 1544, Barbarossa was recalled back to the capital. Still on his way
Where's
home,
the fucking
he sacked
mouse
and
holding
looted
back
numerous
Captain,
Italian
huh?
cities.
Release
Henry
our Jack
Barbarossa
again.
died in 1546, and Dragut, who had been raiding the coasts
So, I
of
know it's a
Italy
little
and
off
Spain
topic,
since
but
his
when you hear
release,
Barbarossa,
was
I'm
appointed
sorry,
the
how could you
commander
not
of
think
the
of
Ottoman
Captain Jack
Navy
Sparrow?
by Suleiman. Previously, we have covered the endless slogging match between the Ottomans and the Habsburgs in Hungary. Since no tangible progress was made on that front, the Ottoman Sultan was looking for other ways.
You ever a big fan of the Pirates of the Caribbean? Oh, I gotta grab some water. I'll take that as a no.
Continue his conquests.
Bad
Since he had
taste,
dominance
brother.
on the seas,
Bad taste.
Malta seemed to be a good
Oh my God,
springboard
sneeze.
for that.
Fuck
Who also understood
me.
the importance of the island.
me!
The Knights
Fuck me!
Hospitaller in 1530,
Ugh,
alongside Gozo
sneeze
and
off my
Tripoli.
fucking dick.
From here, the Hospitallers restarted their
it's
corsair
possible.
activity against Ottoman interests, and by 1550, they once more had become profound nuisances to Suleiman. So it is not a surprise that Dragut was tasked with eradicating the Hospitaller presence in the region. In 1551, he struck the Knights at their doorstep, ravaging the island of Gozo and enslaving nearly its entire population. However, he was repelled
that is
by
a
the
lot of
Knights
slaves.
after trying to take the much more heavily fortified Malta.
I almost wanna
Following
feel
up,
bad for them.
Dragut seized the Knights' garrison in Tripoli and used it to launch raids. Over the next few years, Dragut managed to occupy parts of the Balearic Islands and Corsica, which prompted a Christian counterattack. In 1560, the Knights joined the Spanish crown, Venice, Genoa and others in an alliance to retake Tripoli from the Ottomans. However, their fleet was attacked by Dragut at the Battle of Djerba and was decisively defeated. The alliance lost dozens of ships and at least 15,000 troops, which meant that there was now a power vacuum that the Ottomans could exploit. It was obvious that Dragut would soon strike at Malta. The knights knew better than anyone that an attack was coming, and began diligently preparing their defences. Back in 1557, the knights had elected a crafty Frenchman to be their Grand Master, Jean Parisot de La Valette. Under La Valette, the knights replenished their fleet that had been devastated at Jerba. They began bolstering the defences of Malta's three principal forts, St. Angelo, St. Elmo, and St. Michael.
I like it how every time I see this, I still think of, I know it's not, but every time I see the way this is animated, it really makes me think of the classic Assassin's Creed.
Most importantly, the knights embarked on a renewed spree of piracy. Their boldness at sea dealt many humiliating blows to the Turks, as the knights managed to capture the Ottoman governors of Alexandria and Cairo. These strikes only expedited Suleiman's resolve to obliterate the Knights of Malta. To spearhead the assault on Malta, Sultan Suleiman appointed his trusted vizier, Mustafa Pasha, as the commander of his armies. Alongside him was Admiral Piali Pasha and Dragut. Most sources put the total strength of the Ottoman army at around 40,000 men. Among them there were 9,000 Sipahis and 6,300 elite Janissaries, with the rest made up by the North African troops and Dragut's corsairs. Grandmaster La Valette continued to rigorously prepare his defences in anticipation of the Turkish arrival. All the buildings outside the walled citadels in the island's Great Harbour were destroyed to eliminate cover for sharpshooters. The local peasants were ordered to harvest all their crops and bring them within the fortress walls.
That's smart. Honestly, don't leave anything out there for the fucking invaders.
While additional supplies were brought in from nearby Sicily. Believing the Ottomans would attempt to land at Birgu first, La Valette had its citizens evacuated to the inland town of Medina.
Is that a mistake?
Only around 500 knights defended Malta. Supplementing their ranks were 3,000 Maltese militia. The native islanders had no love for the knights, who they saw as foreign oppressors, but they were devout Catholics nevertheless, and would fervently defend their ancestral home against an Islamic foe. On April 9th,
no love, but
help
they're like, hey,
arrived in the
might as
form
well
of
work with you, bro.
1,000 professional Spanish and Italian Habsburg soldiers sent by Don Garcia de Toledo, Viceroy of Sicily. Don Garcia informed La Valette he was rallying more reinforcements, but they were months away, during which time Malta would have to stand alone.
Shit. Look, Malta.
The Great Turkish Fleet came within view of the islands on the 18th
There's the
of
Turkish
May,
fleet. Good luck, dude.
1565,
That's a lot of ships.
and sailed up the southern coast. There, the Ottoman Armada landed their galleys 7 miles south of the Knights' Great Harbour, establishing a beachhead. From their newly established position, the Turkish army pushed inland towards Birgu, during which time they were harried by the knights fighting in a guerrilla-style struggle.
That's
Nevertheless,
smart.
The invaders reached the inland
Oh
walls
shit,
of the
yeah,
Great
there's not a lot you can do.
Citadels.
Holy shit,
They
that's
had
so
established
many!
their great
The
cannon
knights are
on
not
the
gonna have a
Ridge and
fucking...
Mount Scribera,
Holy shit,
strategic
these guys are gonna
hills
get
that looked
fucked!
down upon the Great Harbour.
Look at this fucking artillery, dude! You're gonna just fucking bombard this whole town!
On May 21st,
What are these guys gonna do?
Pasha ordered an assault upon Birgu. This was repelled by a regiment of Spanish soldiers.
Doesn't
The next
matter if
day
it's
saw the
repelled.
Turkish
Honestly, they're
hosts
just
throw
taking it
themselves
easy
upon
on you.
Sanglia, once again making little headway into the ardently
They just don't want to
defended
destroy the
citadel.
city yet.
Following this, the Turkish leadership argued over their forward course. Mustafa wished to strike inland and take poorly defended Medina, thereby dealing a blow to Christian morale, while Piali Pasha insisted that taking Fort St. Elmo was crucial to victory. In
Wait,
the
why
end,
aren't you using
the
your
latter
cannons?
path was chosen, and the Ottoman garrison at Mount Scriberas began wheeling their artillery towards the landward wall of the coastal fortress, guarded by the lion's share of the Janissary Corps. La Valette's spies informed him where the Ottomans intended to strike. He dispatched 150 knights to bolster the defenders there. Emboldened by the sluggish movement of the Ottoman artillery, the knights within St. Elmo sallied out and engaged the convoy in a skirmish. Both sides took losses, but the Ottoman advance was not slowed. By May 24th, The Turkish diggers had established trenches a mere 600 paces from the fortress walls, with 3 rows of artillery behind them.
Are they going to use the artillery ever, though, or are they just going to charge the fucking walls again?
Basilisk bombards in the rear. Thus,
okay, finally, they're fucking using their cannons.
Ottoman
Jesus,
cannons
dude, I thought they were just going to
the
fucking use them as decoration.
With shattering force, pinning the defenders within and leaving them helpless to strike back at
this point, defenders, this is when you
Lavalette
surrender.
watched the proceedings from his perch in St. Angelo and ordered his gunners to fire across the harbour with cannon. This had a devastating effect, causing chaos amongst Turkish ranks, even causing a loose rock to strike Piali Pasha unconscious, leading many of his men to believe he was dead.
Oh, that's really bad.
This symphony of gunfire continued throughout the day. When
night
fell,
now the other
it
cannons,
became
the other
clear that
Ottoman
the
cannons should
Ottomans
fire
would
on the city.
inevitably breach the fortress walls. The commander of St. Elmo begged Lavalette to allow his men to abandon their post and fall back to St. Angelo. The Grand Master refused, knowing that he had to buy as much time as possible.
Wow, Grand Master basically said, "Fuck you, die on the sword for your fucking honor, dude."
He
Shit.
declared that St. Elmo must hold for as long as possible.
Good luck holding St. Elmo.
Fighting renew once more.
Elmo wanna play. Elmo gonna play with your corpses.
Their sights on the gunners in St. Angelo, keeping them pinned down and providing cover for their cannoneers. By May 29th, Ottoman sappers had begun digging covered trenches towards St. Elmo's walls, seeking to undermine them at their foundations. That evening, 2 companies of Spanish soldiers sallied out of the fort under the cover of darkness and launched a surprise raid upon the undefended Ottomans who had been digging through the night. Many trench diggers were massacred, but the Janissaries quickly arose from their sleeping tents and rallied themselves with professional speed. The Sultan's elite soldiers drove the Spaniards back behind their pulverized walls. They were close enough to the walls to look their enemies right in the eyes.
Why didn't they go through? The walls were broken.
On June 2nd, Dragut finally arrived with his fleet of 13 galleys and 1,500 fighting men. Up until this point, the Knights had been sailing nimble ferries across the harbour under the cover of...
A lot of the time in engagements when it's down to the last men, it's you lose a lot more of the similar number of men. It's only in routes and retreats is it very uneven, or when you have a very strategic position.
Night to provide St. Elmo with fresh supplies from Sicily.
Oh
Dragut's
shit! Elmo getting fucking resources.
Was to establish new artillery batteries on Gallows Point.
Oh shit! Elmo's gonna get new resources shoved right up its ass.
To fire upon any supply ships.
Oh my god!
Isolating St. Elmo from the rest of the island.
That's a lot of cannons.
However, on June 9th, a detachment of knightly cavalry from Medina launched an ambush upon the Ottoman gunners at Gallows Point, temporarily scattering them and allowing
okay, I was like, where the fuck did they mean? I was like, where does it come from? Like, I came far off the right screen.
On June 3rd, a Janissary offensive managed to surmount the fortress's triangular ravelin. From there, they built ramps of wood and height to ascend into St. Elmo's inner walls. The Knights, Spaniards and Maltese would hold the breach, dealing upon the Ottomans hundreds of casualties.
Holy shit,
Ottoman
well
infantry
fucking defended.
threw themselves upon the rubble on June 10th, 15th and 16th, but were repelled all 3 times, with contemporary reports claiming that the native Maltese fought with nearly as much bravery as the Knights themselves.
The Maltese with the fucking Knights, goddamn.
Each day the fortress held out bought infinitely valuable time for the defenders in St. Angelo and St. Michael, enabling them to further shore up their own defences and wait for the ever closer arrival of Don Garcia and his relief
Seriously,
force.
why aren't they
In many
being
ways,
shelled
St.
right
Elmo
now?
and the lives within were willingly sacrificed.
There were other
so the
cannons
rest
on
of
the
Malta
other
could
side.
be saved.
Shell the fucking fort!
On June 17th, Dragut was mortally wounded in the Turkish trenches. Sources do not agree if it was friendly fire from Ottoman cannonball shrapnel or a Maltese sharpshooter from St. Angelo, but in any case, the legendary Corsair was taken out of action.
Oh damn.
By June 22nd,
either way,
the Janissaries had completed a bridge across the fortress ditch,
and so would
allowing the bulk of the Ottoman troops to directly assault the walls from all sides. The defenders held out for one final night, but on June the 23rd, they were finally overwhelmed by sheer numbers and Turkish sharpshooters raining bullets on them from the Ravelin. The Knights of St. Elmo and their allies died fighting almost to a man. That same day, Dragut succumbed to his injuries and passed away.
Hey, you know,
the capture of St. Elmo was ultimately a Pyrrhic victory for the Ottomans.
Yeah, no, that was not a, that was a fucking, that was the most harsh fucking victory ever for the Ottomans. Fucking mad respects to the defenders. Like, it sucks to be them, because they were literally ordered to die on the sword, but fuck. Well fought, well fought.
1,000 men, and over half of their Janissary corps, compared to the 1,500 defenders slain. The siege had taken 3 weeks, and Don Garcia's relief force grew ever closer. By June 4th, Piali Pasha had ordered the cannons surrounding St. Elmo to be dragged before the walls of Senglia. A new wave of bombardment ensued, focused upon Fort St. Michael. Meanwhile, the Turks had run their smaller vessels ashore and carried them inland across the base of Mount Scriberis and into the creek on the westward side of Senglia, bypassing the cannons of St. Angelo. On June 15th, the Ottomans commenced a two-pronged attack. 1,500 Corsairs attacked Senglia from land, while 1,000 Janissaries attempted an amphibious assault. Luckily, a Greek deserter had warned La Valette of Mustafa's plan, and the knights had built a palisade of spikes across the inlet to prevent an Ottoman sea landing.
Oh shit.
They had also set up a battery on the seaward wall, which rained fire upon the Turkish landing craft, drowning hundreds. Concurrently, the landward assault
can't really
was
swim in heavy
well,
armor, unfortunately.
And still, Malta refused to fall.
That feels bad.
Cannon fire continued to be exchanged by both sides in the following days, but the next big engagement came on August 7th, when Mustafa Pasha ordered a full-scale invasion. 12,000 men charged the walls of Senglia and Begu, with the full brunt of Turkish artillery pummeling the defenders into submission. The situation soon grew dire. Begu's walls were soon reduced to rubble, and Ottoman soldiers found themselves able
the Ottomans
to
are
charge
slowly
over the debris.
break through.
Heavy fighting ensued within the city streets, and as the Turks pushed deeper, it seemed that the harbour would finally fall. And yet, Malta was once more saved by sheer luck.
No way! What fucking's happening now?
A contingent of 100 Spanish and knightly cavalrymen sailing out of Medina happened to catch the Ottoman camp unguarded. They swept down upon it, slaughtering the sick,
damn! Random cavalry coming in clutch!
When news of this spread to the Ottomans in Begu, they panicked. Believing a much larger relief force had finally arrived, they retreated from the city walls back to their camp. The day was won for the knights. By now, morale amongst the Ottoman ranks was at an all-time low.
they're not random, but still.
Furthermore, the death of Dragut had thrown their leadership off kilt, as Piali Pasha and Mustafa were now at constant loggerheads with one another, causing further schisms in the army. Back in Constantinople, the Sultan had become very displeased with the siege's sluggish pace and sent multiple
Oh, Sultan, get out of your fucking dick, dude. This is a hard fight, alright? Look at these fucking defenses.
The Ottomans' will to keep up the fight had quickly waned. At the turn of the month, Mustafa ordered a march upon Medina, only to have cannonballs fired at him from out of range. To the Turks, it appeared that Medina had plenty of ammunition to spare. In reality, it was a desperate bluff performed by a highly unprepared city. Nevertheless, it worked. Mustafa lost his nerve and ordered a retreat. On September 7th, Malta's salvation finally arrived. After months of delay, Don Garcia had landed with a relief force of 8,000 men. On seeing this force, the Ottomans finally lost their resolve and retreated back to their ships. Some zealous knights, emboldened by their reinforcements, charged down the retreating Turks, forcing the relief force to join them in a general charge that saw hundreds of fleeing soldiers massacred. By September 13th, the Ottoman army had fully departed from Malta. The defenders had lost 2,500 soldiers and a third of the island's population, while the Ottomans had suffered at least 10,000 casualties, with some sources estimating them as high as 30,000. Ultimately, the Knights of St. John had emerged as the final victor. The importance of the Great Siege of Malta cannot be understated. It is impossible to know what would have happened should the island have fallen, but it is very possible that the Ottoman Empire could have expanded into had fully departed. Impulsion finally arrived.
Like, finally the fucking delay, backup comes in clutch, like, holy shit, dude. Like, the fucking defenders fought tooth and fucking nail every goddamn second. Holy shit, that was impressive as fuck. Did you see that? Oh my god, they stalled for just enough time for reinforcements to come and tell these fucking dickheads to fuck off. Holy shit. Oh wow, that was kind of stressful, dude. Honestly, I was a little fucking stressing watching that shit. I was like, fuck, these defenders they're doing a little too good. Shit, their will to live is so strong. Fuck, that was quality. That was quality. I am actually gonna take a quick break, and then I'm gonna come back and play some KDC. I will be back in like 10 minutes, 15 minutes or some shit. Fuck if I know. No, not another vid. Get some more vids for later, though. No, you are not the boss. You can eat dicks. Too bad. You can either go watch me, or you could go watch Queso. L-Stream? Oh, I bet you're gonna go watch, like, Pokimane after this. It's okay. I get it. You need her quality content for yourself. It's okay. Wow. You know what? You're right. She's prettier than me. Can't compete with that. Sorry, guys. I know. How dare you? How dare you? I'm the prettiest fucker you've ever seen, you slut. Don't even fucking try that shit. Anyway, I'll catch you on the flip side in like 15. I'm gonna end the stream. You can show back up if you want. Don't show back up if you want. Can't make you. Addy. I'm waiting for you to type peace. Alright, I'm waiting for the peace beyond worlds. Alright, well, peace to you too, fuck.